Started. All right, so here we go. So
What's
welcome
up?
to.
Hey, Paul.
Hello, Paul. All right, so welcome to our live stream here. We are. I'm very distracted by what Dakota's doing because the monitor is fucking. Now we're looking at Facebook. I don't know, but all right. So anyway, thanks for joining us. This is the reveal for the newest collaboration project between Paul, ColorfulFilth, Munko Knives, MunkoKnives.com.
Hey.
And us here at Northern Knives. So, I don't know. Should we wait until everything's live before we do a reveal?
Yes.
Yeah, we should. We can.
Okay.
We can be us for a few moments.
All right. So, if anybody's got anything to talk about, I mean,
what's new in the knife world?
I know. Chuk always asks that. I'm like,
What's going on with you, man?
Well, you know what? I should have waited to ask how you got your start with Kaiser. That would have been good information. But
Yeah,
If
I
you'd
mean, we
like
can
to,
go over it again.
yeah, if you want to reiterate some of those things, because you've done 3 designs with Kaiser and 1 with Concept.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So how did you get your start in designing knives?
Yeah, so basically, excuse the cough, it's definitely gonna come through a little bit. But yeah, so I was of course doing the artwork and all those projects that we were doing for a while, and eventually some friends in the industry kind of convinced me that I should at least try to draw knife designs and kind of see what I can come up with. And you know, I did for a while, like months and months, and then eventually I had come up with the idea for this knife, which is the Kaiser Comet. This was my first one with them. And it was honestly just a leap of faith. Like I reached out to Kaiser first because the first project that we had done together, which kind of like marked my first project really in the knife industry, was on the Kaiser Uprising. And so it felt like correct to reach out to them and you know, just see if they would be interested in picking up one of my designs and kind of be my first production folder the same way, in that same sort of vein. And I don't remember if I reached out on Instagram or email, but they were down for it, and we just kind of went through the whole process. I sent over my sketches, went through the whole licensing thing, and it happened. And then I got to do 2 more with them. Concept actually reached out to me personally and requested a collab, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So let's see what comes
After
next.
you hit a couple of home runs with Kaiser, Concept was like, "Can we get in on this?"
But it's been a cool experience. It's been a really cool experience, and both of them have been really awesome to work with. And it's just different. It's really different designing a knife like from like having to also think about use case as opposed to just like putting awesome artwork on stuff like we do. But it's always a fun challenge to kind of work that stuff out.
I'm really curious. I mean, I don't want to get into the weeds too much, like on the live stream, but I'm really curious about like what you consider when you're designing knives, as far as like the logistics of like where you put your choil and how it folds and where you put your backspacer and things like that. I'm really curious about how you kind of nail it down, but maybe that's too intricate for the scope of the live stream that we're on right now.
No, it's a great point, and I could try to answer it. it's a lot. But so each knife, like when I go into it, I try to design it with like some sort of purpose, whether it be an aesthetic purpose or like a use case purpose. So like when I did the Comet, the goal was just to make like small office friendly gentleman's kind of folder type thing. The Clairvoyant was kind of more so like I wanted something that sort of functions as like a cooking knife, like a camping cooking knife, because it kind of has that downswept sort of shape.
Yeah. So when you touch the cutting board, your knuckles don't touch. Which
Exactly.
Is the sweep that you got. Yeah, very nice.
Exactly. And then so this one wasn't so much like purpose design, but this was really meant to sort of reflect an area that's close to where I am. So Mystic, Connecticut was one of the really big historical whaling towns. So I wanted to create something that was kind of like a nod to that, because I thought the history was really cool. So it kind of has that harpoon sort of silhouette, and then even the handle is sort of loosely based on like what the stock of a harpoon gun looks like from back
compared
then.
to your earlier designs, it's a bit of a beast. That one is. That's on the bigger side.
This one is gigantic.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a fun one. But yeah, I guess it's just like a lot of it feels like it's kind of like trial and error. It's a ton of trial and error, just kind of like sculpting things down. Like when I'm in Illustrator designing these things, I literally start with like 2 rectangles, and then I just slowly chip away. I add points, I bend things, and then get it to be kind of whatever that final shape is.
Very cool.
All right. Well, all the IT issues got figured out.
All right. Should we
Excellent.
not keep people waiting and just get at it?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
All right. So, does anybody want to do the unveil, or I don't know? Do you have yours ready? So we have packaging here. So we're kind of doing like an unboxing here at the same time.
Mine's
Hold up for just a moment. And boop. Just like that.
Okay. All right. So, obviously, Lynch Northwest. We're not hiding it. And so here it is. So nobody gives a shit about the clip. Come on out.
Maybe.
Look
All
at
right.
that, everybody.
So it is the Lynch Northwest All Access 1.5.
1.0.
1.0. I thought it was 1.5.
Yeah, they corrected me a few
Oh,
times.
okay. All right. So they had told us the 1.5. All right. My bad. That's the next project. What is it? A four-stage Cerakote. Five-stage Cerakote with the galaxy pattern on it, and I think it's a 36 step anodize. But we have some good B-roll we can cut to, so maybe we can see some nice high quality images of it. See exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So it works as kind of a companion piece to the Spaced Out, which was a home run of a piece. Thank you, Paul. It worked out phenomenally. But it's
Very slow video.
yeah, that's all right. But I mean,
Give some
you
eye
know,
candy.
you got to give a little bit of movement, and to see anodizing, you never really can see the true colors in a static picture. You have to see the movement. So,
Yeah.
but we got a lot of. So we've kind of refined our anodizing process a little bit, because Paul integrated some of the. So we should say that the All Access, this specific one, is an exclusive to us. The machining on it is exclusive to us, and then Paul integrated that exclusive machining into his design. So we kind of had to change a little bit the way we do things, because being that, so we learned that actually on the first Kaiser project we did with you, is that when you trace contours on a scale or on a knife, mass manufacturer isn't always the same. And so you would do something and it would fit, and then you put the next one on and it wouldn't quite fit. Luckily, Lynch Northwest has much better machining practices.
Yes.
Not throwing shade at Kaiser at all. I'm just saying, like,
Pretty top-notch stuff.
the way it worked out. Yeah, the way it worked out. So we're able to incorporate the machining into the design, which is something that's been difficult to do in the past.
Yeah, I think one of the things that really stands out to me a lot about it in particular is the way that anode kind of works within the beams of light, like with those etchings in it.
Yeah.
It just, like, when you actually turn it, like kind of like you saw in that video, it just reflects in such a cool way, the way that the color kind of bleeds into those grooves. It's killer.
Yeah, it was a difficult thing to. I mean, if I can talk a little bit about the anode, it was a very difficult thing to do. It was very much like get it set up and burn it, and then the problem is we have to burn it with Cerakoted prototypes. So building prototypes, and it's like set it up and try it, and set it up and try it, and set it up and try it, and adjust it and adjust it and adjust it, and then little tweaks here and there, and then when you finally get it, it's like, well, now we're trying to build 10 prototypes, but we've now done it 30 times. But that was the thing too, is trying to get to try to make it difficult to figure out what we did to make those colors and to make those things pop. Is it's
Process.
it is, and it's overlaying masking and just tweaking them ever so slightly so that you can't quite tell what we did, but you notice that it's not just, we didn't just burn it off and make it gold.
Yeah,
And the artwork you did is phenomenal too.
Thank you.
So, comments?
Yeah, so
sorry.
Mr. Bean here is asking if there'll be a limit on how many you can buy. I think
No.
that's more of
No.
a personal question.
Yeah.
There's only a
You should
time. There's
Ask your wife.
there's only a time limit on the amount of
Yeah.
items that we'll produce. So it's not like how many we'll make, but like how many we'll make in one like group of time.
There's an order period.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll fill all the orders we get in that period of time.
Yeah. So yeah, you can.
And we have the first 100 here, ready to get coded and started on Monday.
Yeah, the first 100, she already bead blasted them today. They are in the Cerakote booth.
Yep.
So,
Ready to get
ordering will be available from the 20th to the 20th.
So
1
it's,
month.
It's already live on the website.
So the first 100 will go out basically the day after we close. Like February 21st, we're going to be mailing out the first 100.
Yes.
And then anything over and above that, we anticipate 3 weeks per 100 at the most. That's an over exaggeration.
Yes.
So if we sell 200, then they will be done the first week of March.
Is the plan, but things happen. There's also a snowstorm in Oregon right now.
Well,
so
yeah,
that's
but
holding things back.
really what I want to drive home is that the Spyderco project, it was a time suck. It took us a very long time, and we have made very big strides to not ever do that again. The spaced out bug out took us a lot of time too.
It did. The
But
backspacer, the blade.
exactly.
Scales.
And so, but as we do these projects, we whittle it down and whittle it down and whittle it down. And Lynch has gone over and above and delivered 100 of these pry bars 25 days ahead of schedule.
Yes.
And so we anticipate that since they're 25 days ahead of schedule, we will be ready to ship at least the first 100 by the day they ship.
And keep in mind that if you want
Or by the day they
a
close.
specific number, you can request a specific number.
Yes.
Like if first come first serve, like if you want number 22 or 45 or whatever, like you can ask that number. Just make sure you put it in the comments if and when you place your order.
Yeah, everybody gets their own specific number unless it's previously been requested by somebody else.
But first come first serve.
First come, first serve,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
Number 69 always goes first.
Nobody's requested that yet.
Nobody's requested
It's
that
been
yet.
a different person every time.
Yeah,
Number 420 always gets requested, but we've never gotten that far, so number 420 is never shipped.
But like 8, 11,
Number 911 gets requested too, but
but those that have ordered
Jesus.
one of the projects every single time have gotten the same numbers. They've like sequential numbers of all the projects we've done so far. So just put your number in.
so
and
if you
have-
want to match your spaced out bug
So-
out, then
or any other project.
put in a
you've done.
request. Yeah.
So, I mean, back to you, Paul. So, like, what exactly is the scene going on this project? I know it's kind of like a continuation of the spaced out bug out, but we didn't really talk about it. We've just been talking about manufacturing.
Right. Yeah. So really what I wanted to do was just take that same character, take that same kind of overall aesthetic and just explore like what it would be like in a different scenario. Right. So the other one, he was in space, he was floating, he was fighting that alien monster guy. But this time around, I kind of wanted to give him like, he's grounded. He's on a surface. He's on a planet, and there's sort of a big spaceship thing shooting a beam down behind him. It's interesting, right? And it was something that I really wanted to do to make use of that sort of lanyard hole at the top near the bottle cap opener. Because I wanted to make sure that I could incorporate that into the design, since it's such a prominent piece of the actual pry bar itself. And then once I started thinking about it more, I was like, this could definitely be like what shoots out lasers from a UFO or some sort of spacecraft. And kind of thinking of how I could incorporate that same character while utilizing that negative space. It just sort of made sense in my head. There's not like a total narrative for it, but I thought it would be a cool way to sort of utilize the shape of the actual pry bar itself.
Well, I like the idea. It's starting to kind of build a story. You know what I mean? He's like, he's flying down, fighting the space monster, and then lands on the planet. I just like it. Kind of like builds a narrative. I
Yeah.
think that's really.
You can also open things with it.
Yeah, you can. You can open things with it.
Yeah.
But how many people actually use the collaboration that we do? I know
The spaced out.
Both Entry Rep does, but
Yeah.
there's very few people that like use the items that like we do with Paul.
Yeah, we have a buddy of ours who used to be our Benchmade rep. He's at a different knife company now, and he comes in and actually carries his bug out and comes in and is like, "Can you sharpen my bug
It
out?"
looks good.
It holds up amazingly
Yeah.
well. I'm surprised. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I really like how on this the pry bar in particular, you guys did the nebula sort of Cerakote on it. Um, it just looks awesome. Like it actually looks like colorful clouds in space. It's crazy.
So a couple years ago, on one of my last classes at Cerakote, something that somebody else had actually asked Cerakote to teach them how to do was a galaxy pattern. So nebula galaxy, and it's a black base, and then you use a Scotch-Brite pad to create this sort of like galaxy pattern with 2 different colors. So purple and blue, pink and purple, pink and blue. I mean, anything you can think of. And then once you get that galaxy pattern done on that, then you do like a splattered white over top for stars. And then to add the depth to that item, you do a matte gloss over top. So it's a lot of colors and layers on this one specific item, but it really does make it pop. And so originally Mike wanted it only on the one side, but because it's like such a small piece on the back side, this little spot that doesn't get covered back here where like the pry part is for the bottle opener, we do the galaxy pattern back there as well, and it just adds so much more, I don't know, ness to the item.
No, it's a nice touch. It's a little bit. It's that extra effort.
It is.
I just realized we haven't told anybody how much it costs.
Oh, we have
So we
not.
should do that. So it is $175. So
Which
what?
is quite
So
affordable.
yes. So what we used to do is we used to do volume discounts, right? So instead, what we've done is we forgoed all that and we're just doing the discount. So how we arrived at that price is obviously the cost of our time and effort, and then we like if you go to like Arizona Custom, and you find an all access that's Cerakoted 2 different colors, clip.
Just plain colors.
Yes, yeah. It was what? There was one that was specific. It was like a
and
green with a red clip,
Yes.
and it was $200.
$195.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so we're like, okay, so we're definitely gotta come in under that, but we gotta make sure that we can afford to do this project. So we come in at $175, and basically what we did is there's no bulk discount. We just went straight to the bulk discount.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dakota, anything else? What's going on here?
Nothing.
Okay, sweet, all right.
Sorry. $1 million.
$1 million.
I mean, the one big thing is, and we put it out in the,
Puts pinky finger to mouth.
yeah.
$1 million.
The one big thing that we did is there is a discount you can use for the next couple of hours for pretty much anything on the website for 10% off.
Yeah, it's on the screen right now, but live stream LNW gets you 10% off anything on the website for at least the next hour, maybe the next 2.
Yeah.
So throw it back up for Ty there, huh?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely put that back up there. Boop-a-doop.
Oh yeah, and we'll do a little more B-roll.
I should have not just done one sequence. I should have just left it in like 3 separate sequences. But
That's all right. I mean,
But it's so different from what we normally do. Like we've always done a knife, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are doing like a tool, which sort of works into what we do here at the shop.
yeah.
So this is just way more fun.
And the anodizing ties into actually milled pieces of the
Yes.
artwork, so you get a whole lot of different kind of color reflection and a whole lot of stuff that like it changes a lot the more you handle it and use it and look at it at different angles.
there's a gentleman who didn't add the code when he checked out, and I'm just letting him know if he emails me, I will get it taken care of.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Wow.
We have more comments here, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I always like the like Noble Bright.
I mean, I have one of these
retro
car bars,
future.
just not this variation, but I use mine quite often.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna need one, but then I'm gonna use it.
Did Paul design the pry bar? He
The artwork.
the artwork
The
and
art.
some of the machine.
Well,
release.
the artwork dictated the custom machinery,
Yeah.
the custom milling. Sorry. So in an essence, but not overall.
So can we tease that we have another project in the works here in the next
boy.
little bit? Not to say what it is.
I mean, we can't say what it is, but we have been in discussions with Paul about the next project, so we already know what the next one is.
But we're just trying to stay on top of projects because there was a big gap between the bug out.
Well,
and the
ZT.
I know.
The ZT project kind of screwed us. It put a big gap in what we thought would be an at least annual occurrence.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to get ahead of that.
The couple of times that you guys have showcased that prototype, like it hasn't been that much, but I still get messages at least once a month asking where they could find that one.
No,
They're like,
bug out?
yeah, no. The
ZT.
Oh my god.
We still get comments about that too. Like there's literally only 2 in existence. A buddy of mine has one, and then there's one here in the shop, and that's it. And we really tried.
Yeah. And then I know, Paul, you were talking about a new website that you launched specifically for yourself about the knives that you make.
Yeah.
Design.
Yeah. Thanks for pulling that up. So literally, actually, just yesterday, I launched this website. It was a long time in the works, mostly just from procrastination, because it was one of those things that like I knew I had to do, but I never really got down to it. But yeah, if you guys are looking for any insight as far as some of the actual production folders that I've been working on lately, you can head to munkoknives.com. There's a good amount of information about each one of the designs here, some info about where you can get them. And then there's also a newsletter that you can sign up for, which is actually technically the same one as my Colorful Filth newsletters. So at any time that I work on something with these guys or I have a new production knife come out, you'll be able to get some email information about that. But yeah, super happy to finally have a site for this because it finally feels a little bit separate than some of the artwork stuff that I've been having on my colorfulfilth.com website.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, this new one, the Cosmos, looks pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Cosmos is dope. Yeah, the Cosmos is dope.
Copper fiber, carbon fiber.
Ooh, burlap micarta.
Yeah, that's the one to have. What's the blade material on it?
20 CV.
20 CV. Nice.
Very nice. Good choice, man.
All right.
It's like I'm more about the Damascus.
So yeah, the Damascus one is my favorite just because since it's like a polished material, you could really see the sort of contours that are in the handle. And it's like a little bit, actually it's a lot of bit harder to kind of see in some of the more busy sort of materials that don't have that like polished finish to catch the light that way. But yeah, this really kind of shows those contours off in a cool way.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh darn it.
What'd you do?
It's all right. It was close.
Spell it
It was
wrong?
close.
I don't know where the other one will take you, but this is the correct one.
I was gonna take it like a Pornhub fucking
my
mirror.
So Ty's saying he's a pry bar hater, but he might have to be a hypocrite and get this because of the space art.
I mean, if you have a space out bug out, like this is the companion.
It is the
set.
perfect companion piece.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can get the same number that you have. Request that.
That is actually, I didn't think about that.
Why not?
That's a good idea.
So
They were
Hardy's
meant to be.
coming in saying he likes the flag detail. He's like, dinosaurs, right?
No,
Yeah.
Hardy.
Well,
No.
Hold on, wait. Can I say, I really appreciate that, Hardy, because that flag detail was a bitch to get to work.
But dinosaurs.
no.
I mean, I could do
People want
dinosaurs.
You've done it once. Unless you
Yeah.
can convince Paul to do a dinosaur on.
Yeah, we did
people.
dinosaur muskets. Where we did a dinosaur
I
helmet
know.
musket.
I
People
know.
do
That was
want
project
dinosaurs,
number.
man.
That was project number 1.
What are you gonna
but I'm
do?
saying if you can get Paul to design a dinosaur with whatever we're working on next, then
You know what?
you go for it.
Don't restrict the artist though. Just
Yeah.
let him art.
Yeah.
I'm all for dinosaurs though. Definitely all for
I,
dinosaurs.
honestly, I am.
Don't talk to Hardy then.
His wait, should we give away his Reddit screen name? Or are we
No.
doxing him?
No.
Okay, we shouldn't do that. Alright.
But no, so that was the first when you guys did the random drawing. I think that was technically
Yes,
how we started
it
talking to each other,
was.
right?
Yeah, that's how we found you, and then you sent over. What was it? Was it a
The-
skull
with
with
the
the
dagger.
with the
Dagger.
knife club logo on the forehead?
Yep.
And we put it on. I think we put it on a dog tag and like texted it to you.
Yep.
And then it was right after that. Then we were like, and then you were like, "Wait, can we do this on a knife?" We're like, "We got a couple of Kaiser uprising. Should we try it on that?"
Yes, Klein.
How long ago was that now? Like, what do you remember?
6 years ago?
Was that 6
I mean,
years?
our studio was still up in front of the cameras, or up in front of the windows.
That was 6
We
years
moved
It had
ago.
to be
We
at
moved
least
it
5
down
years
here
ago.
when we completed it.
It had to be at least five at least 5 years
Doug was
ago.
still around.
Yeah, I know it was before my time, and when
And
I
he was
started
5.
here, we were still up in front of the windows.
Oh yeah.
So it was
yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeesh, yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was 20.
It'd be the
late 2018
uprising-
to into 2019.
The Uprising, the Quaken.
Spidey Chef.
Did we do more than one Quaken? No.
We did the Quaken
Yeah.
and the Spidey
And
Chef.
then the Spidey Chef,
And
yeah.
then we did the Bug Out, and then we did the Hinder, which
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere, and then we did the PM2, and now we're on to the Pry Bar.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say yeah, it was in 2019.
It was 6
because
years ago.
2018.
Speak up and face a mic.
Oh, I was gonna say it was 2019 because 2018, when I pulled the numbers, was the first year with any sales on the website, and that's the first rough year when I launched it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the coding is still from 2018.
Yeah.
And then 2019 is when all those
I mean,
sales
it's
kicked in.
2024, so 6 years is.
Anyway,
Yeah, no.
so all that's water
yeah.
under the bridge.
Yeah.
We're making sure to
You're
not
right.
have another gap. So
Got some good dinosaur names up here.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
all right.
Fucking
So,
Wackosaurus.
Okay.
Brontosaurus,
but Pribarosaurus. But the thing is,
Spine Wackosaurus. Will there be a donut Munko
Oh.
knife in the future?
oh, the
Dessert
dessert warrior?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
It'd be
Absolutely.
like a desert
okay.
teeth. It'd be like a desert teeth
And,
warrior.
like we could make it like a desert, but the problem with the dessert warrior is it was funny, and it's just done now.
overplayed. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of done. Maybe I'm out of touch, but I feel like the dessert warriors. I mean,
Oh, no,
it's
they're still going.
well, I know, but it's been done to death. Like, what are you gonna come up with? It's new now.
Yeah, it's interesting too because like I think it started as like a BHQ thing, and now like companies are just making them themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Blade HQ did it because everybody would misspell Desert Warrior when they were trying to find the Kalashnikov. And
Yep.
so they decided, oh, okay, we'll just make a custom one and call it the Desert Warrior. And so it worked for them, but I mean, I think the ship has sailed. I mean, everybody's on that tip now.
Yeah.
And I'm
It
not
is
interested
everywhere.
in trying to extract a little bit of money out of that meme. Maybe it's
If
just me.
you have a physical gift card, it won't work on the website. You can reach out to us and we'll get you squared.
Email Dakota, he'll sort you out.
Admin@northernknives.com. I'll change it from a physical gift card to a digital one so you can use it on the website.
Make sure to include your screen name since you were here during the live stream. We'll get you the live stream discount.
And then Ty's saying he likes the banana knife they made recently.
What about the Wiener Warrior? That's a good
The
one.
Wiener Warrior.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one
it
was
looks like
good.
a hot dog.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one was
it's got a
good.
rounded off blade.
I feel cringe for the ones I bought. Why? They're awesome. Just embrace the dad joke.
No. I mean,
Wait for this next dad joke. Good.
Okay, let's see here. When I'm stressed, I like to run my knife through some cardboard to take the edge off.
That's pretty good.
All right, that was good.
I like it. I dig it.
I don't know. Do we have anything else to add, or
No, this is
If
the Pry Bar.
anybody has any questions, anything they want to know, Pry Bar's ready to go, and
Sorry, I was just busy watching the football game.
No, I'm not.
well, I am
Ah.
too, but I'm multitasking here.
I'm just ignoring it?
Sorry, we should admit that we have the playoff game on the TV next to the TV behind the camera, so we're watching it
To the
just a touch,
TV,
but-
next to the TV, behind the TV, next
Yeah.
to the camera,
Adjacent.
adjacent.
Yes.
But if anybody has any other questions or any what's going on with it, so we tried to be true to like packaging, what's going to show up. There's going to be more to it than this. We're still nailing down the swag. There will be more coming with it. This is just the Lynch Northwest swag that you will get,
Which, by the way,
which doesn't include ours.
every little rocket ship is
I can't believe he did that.
hand drawn on it. This is the
Yeah.
ColorfulFilth Interstellar Space Out Bars or Space Bar.
Yeah.
That's
Which-
awesome.
Done.
Which Lynch Northwest has hand drawn on all these things.
It'll focus eventually.
It
Yeah.
won't because I can't hold it steady.
I got it.
All right. Well, whatever. Anyway, so Lynch is hand drawing every one of these, and at first we thought they were printing it because we ordered the
Yeah.
prototypes and they showed up.
No, I was like, they're all different.
Well, when I first picked one up, I was like, oh, that's a cool thing you printed on.
Yeah.
And then after I saw like the next 5, I was like, wait,
Wait a
these
second,
are
they're
all
a little
different.
bit different.
So he's
Yeah.
hand drawing every one of these. Like, I don't know how much time he has over at Lynch, but
Yeah.
oh my God, he's got to have carpal tunnel by this point.
But the clip that comes with, or the screw that comes with the clip is black, and then Mike is anodizing the clips.
So, I've been picking a specific color for the clip. I'm not opposed to,
Gold.
I'm not opposed to people picking their color.
I think that's nice.
I really, it's not a big deal to me. I kind of picked this color because it kind of fit with. It was a color that's not really used on the bar.
Oh, that
But I
looks
thought
really
it,
nice.
yeah, but I thought it kind of mixed
I mean,
with a
it goes
couple of
with
them.
it well.
It looks
Yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
looks great.
So if someone wants to request a clip color, I'm really not opposed to it. I'll make it happen. I mean, I gotta anodize them anyway. I mean, whether or not I turn the dial on the
The thingamajabber.
whether or not I turn the dial on the
What's the name called?
it's called a lab voltage controller.
Okay.
So whether or not I turn the dial one way or another really doesn't matter to me. So I'll make it really any color.
So
But then
what's
for
the ordering
folks-
window for this one?
What's that?
What's the ordering window for this one? When's the deadline?
Now
1
for
month.
30 days.
20th to the 20th.
Yeah.
So it'll be.
It's open now. Like
yeah,
it's live on the website.
Yeah, we put it live 10 minutes before we started the
Fine,
stream,
Yeah.
and then it'll be till February 20th.
Awesome.
And you can go to the website right now and snag yours if you like. And like Mike was saying earlier, we already got the first 100. They're already prepped. And during the pre-order period, he's going to get them all knocked out. Mike and Laurie.
Yeah, Lori already started on them today.
They're all sandblasted,
Yeah.
hanging in my room.
I-
I get them coated and done and ready for anodizing
Yep.
Monday afternoon. It'll probably take me a couple hours to get them also done.
I've already done all the math on the anodizing, and I should be able to knock out 100 in less than the 30 days easily. So I think I should be able to knock out 100 in 3 weeks.
As long as there's no hiccups with the anodizing.
As long as there's no
That has happened.
Has
You know,
happened.
Wrong side.
Oh yeah, shit. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
That is one thing that's very difficult about these. It is a two-sided anodizing on the same piece, and so every once in a while I anodize one side on the wrong side.
Easily fixable.
Someone's saying they're having issues with the link. So let me just make sure it still works.
Someone's having issues with the link, huh?
Yeah.
Let's sort them out.
Well, I'm figuring it out. Looks awesome. Love the concept. Ty, I'm not putting up a comment because I'm not a Philistine.
All right. Well, if someone's having an issue with the link, should we make sure and leave that? Should we leave the promo code up a little long to make sure that everybody gets their comeuppance?
Yeah, we
I
can
think
do that.
so.
And
Alright.
yeah,
It's there.
It's there.
Should be there, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Disable your VPN, dude.
Should work in all countries.
Well, I think that sort of closes it all in.
Yeah. If anybody's got any questions, let us know. But if not, I don't know. Do we have anything else?
I've
Got
got
it,
to get home
works.
too.
We've got a massive party next door in the cigar lounge, which I'm sure people can hear.
No, they can't.
Huh.
Can you hear tons of people over there screaming and having fun?
No, actually
They
not
hear
at all.
nothing.
They hear nothing.
He
Yeah.
can't hear- he just hears us.
All right.
It worked.
Well, good for Dakota and his sound editing.
Well, thanks, Paul. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Paul. It's great to see you. Sorry we kept you up so late, man.
And sorry you're sick as well.
Oh no, it's all
Yeah,
good. It's all good. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you,
Absolutely,
sir.
man.
Have a good
Have a
one.
good one, guys.
And
All right.
Have a good night, all.